A very warm welcome, folks, to another edition of Marketing Invisible. We're going to have fun today. I'm joined today by Alecia Huck, who is just a fun and interesting person and is one of the most intimidatingly organized people on the planet. She even has QR codes for things. I mean, she's just, yeah, and she's got one right there, see? She's, for those of you who don't know, Alecia, g'day, good, very warm welcome from down under, by the way. Where are you hanging out?
Denver, Colorado. It's a beautiful, perfect fall day as we record this.
One of the best organized voting states, and this is the day of the midterm elections in the US, folks. So Alecia has been out and voted at her favorite art gallery. This is what you can do in Denver. You don't have to stand outside a library for 3 hours in the rain. She's voted. She's also the founder of Maverick and Company, specializes in developing leadership teams and helping them spend less time fighting frickin' fires and draining swamps, talking about politics, and more time building what matters. You know how stuff just gets in the way of what you want to do. Life gets in the way. I used to get so frustrated with having to do stuff, you know, and so you make that, if you don't make it disappear, you shrink it. So let's find out about that. Title today, folks, is Fixing Your Firefighting Management Problem, how to break the habit and get back to doing the work that really matters and that you really want to do. Alecia, our 7 minutes is going to start now. Question number one is, who's your ideal client?
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me. Typically, the people that I work with, my specialty is going to be the executive teams of fast-growing companies. And those are typically between 5 and 75 million. And the funny thing about growth problems is that growth problems break almost all organizations in the same way. So I actually have worked with everything from construction to criminal justice and everywhere up and down the scale.
Because even though their services might be different, their specialties might be different, the problems are the same across every business.
The way growth breaks through is the same almost no matter where you're at. So it doesn't really matter what industry the company is in, which is weird and interesting, right?
It is, and it's great because it means that the problems are common, so the solutions can be equally applied. Tell us then about how would you define the problem that you solve?
Yeah. So a lot of people start a company, you work really, really hard, right? You grow, and that's what you want, both in size and hopefully in profit. And then one day, things just don't work the same way. And it can be a really confusing, frustrating thing. What's really happening is your infrastructure is broken, but you don't necessarily know that. And the analogy I use with people is, if you're just trying to make dinner for 4 people, you can kind of swing into the grocery store on your way home and whip something together. But if you're trying to make dinner for 400 people every single night, you need a different set of infrastructure. You need a plan for how you're going to get.
That's a terrific analogy.
Right?
Me, I just go through drive-through. 400 Big Macs, please. Yeah, that's a great analogy. So, and I guess any little issue, when you go from 4 to 400, gets magnified. So the things that are problems that aren't a problem with 4 are a problem with 400. So what? And
absolutely, and you don't know that it's an infrastructure problem.
No, and then the problems grow with the business. They grow in size, and the frustrations grow, and so on. What would you say? So just over 4.5 minutes left. Let's go to question 3. What's going on in the life of one of your executive leaders in their business life where they're going, hang on, I've got symptoms of this problem that Alecia could help with? What are the symptoms?
So you guys are going to love this, because you can't just say it's a certain revenue mark and there's no number of employees. It just varies too much from industry to industry. But there are 5 really good, reliable signals, right? Here they are. First one is, you have good people, but for some reason, it's really hard to get good work out the door on time. Everything just is slow and you don't really know why. Second thing is, you're going to feel like you spend all your time in meetings just trying to figure out what's happening, and you don't have any time to do your actual job. That's a clear sign your infrastructure is broken. Third one is people are going to miss things they shouldn't. You're going to see quality issues pop up and you're going to hurt your best clients. It'll be really frustrating. And then you're going to think to yourself, I can't believe my people don't get it. Like I've explained this before. I don't know why they don't get it. And last, instead of having leaders that really step up and solve problems, they'll pass them up the line to you and it'll drive you crazy.
Right. Do you, that's a nice little list of painful symptoms. How tempted do you think that leaders are just to blame the people and not understand it's a systemic, it's an infrastructure issue?
It's really common. You think it's your people. I don't know why I can't get them to step up. I don't understand how they don't get it. You see how it's all tied together and even what you're doing to contribute to it.
And do you get, sometimes you get that they just don't seem to care as much as I do, but it's, anyway, I'll move on. I guess some of them do. Sorry, I'm cutting into your time here. I should stick to the script. Question 4, 3 minutes left. What are some of the common mistakes that people make? One of the big ones is everyone has to work harder. Everyone has to work longer. Anything else that you can think of?
Yep. They're going to think you can hire their way out of it, right? I'll just get more people. But if you add more cooks to that kitchen without better systems, and they'll spend money on things like software, right? Project management software will fix everything, the new ERP, and it fixes nothing. It just makes it worse, very expensive.
So working longer, working harder, hiring more people, throwing software at it, which could actually serve to just confuse people and slow them down even more if they don't get it right. Obviously, there's a place for it.
And what you want to remember is you can only solve infrastructure problems with infrastructure solutions. You can't solve them with hiring more, spending more, working longer hours. It's just not the way you fix it.
And I guess people go to the working longer and hiring more because that's kind of the default. That's the easiest thing to do.
Absolutely.
And why they need you. So 2 minutes left. One valuable, a top tip. Question 5 is a top tip. What can people do? It's not going to solve the whole problem. They're going to need you for that, but it might get them started on the road.
Yeah. So if you want to break out of that firefighting where you're just running around solving problems, here's what I want you to do. It's really super sophisticated. See this? Get a sheet of paper out, write good on it. Write down what's working. This takes 15 minutes, by the way. And then get a second sheet of paper, write down what's bad, what is not working. And then write down what is ugly. And when you have all of that in front of you, I want you to pick one project. Like we need to retrain people on our front lines, or we need a better tool for reporting. We need something simple to gather some of that information so our meetings are shorter. Do this one thing. It'll get you into big picture thinking and out of small picture thinking.
The simplicity of this is pure genius, and it's fun. Good, bad, ugly. Thank you, Alecia. 1 minute left. Where can people go to find out more about what you do? I know there's a QR code, but for the sake of time, I'm going to give them the answers. www. You hold up the QR code. I'm going to do the URL the old-fashioned way. www.maverickandcompany.com. If you go there, you'll be able to access this next part, but it's from the homepage, but it's /bigger is different. Maverickandcompany.com, bigger is different. What are they going to find there, Alecia, real quick? Because I've got one more question after this.
This amazing download that's going to walk you through how to find the best high value targets. What are the structures you want to build next in your business? Nice. I put all of the good stuff from 20 years of client work.
Go get it. 15 seconds left. What's the one question I should have asked you but didn't, and the answer in less than 10 seconds?
What do I want people to know? You don't have to be somebody you're not in order to win. You don't have to have a rule full of binders. You don't have to sell your soul or go corporate. You can win as you.
Perfect. Alecia Huck, thank you so much for your time.
We did it.
We did. Fist bump.
Thanks, Tom.
Whoop, fist bump. Thanks for checking out our Marketing the Invisible podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate us, and leave us a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to generate 5 fresh leads in just 5 hours, then check out www.5hourchallenge.com.